Well, I cut myself off. So, let me finish. Mike Pompey, that's right. I said, you probably got money you can pay women to be with you, but you couldn't pay me to be with you. I mean, look at you. You're big and heavy set, and look how tiny I am. I said, you'd smother me to death. So, no, you don't appeal to me at all. And first of all, I told him, I said, if I was in the presence of anybody making fun of an autistic person, I would try to fight with them. And I'm old. I'm too old for this fighting stuff. But I would stand up for them, even though I know I'm going to get my butt beat. I would still stand up for the autistic people in the world and all the disadvantaged, disabled. I would stand up for you, even though I'd take a beating, because I've took many of those. Always for standing up for what's right. Always. Never because I started a fight. I don't ever start fights. My mama told us, though, if somebody starts, I'll wear you out if you start a fight. But if somebody starts a fight with you, and you don't finish it, I'll take a switch and wear you out when you get home. So, when somebody started a fight with us, I tried to be kind and not fight. But if I didn't, I was going to get whipped. So guess what? I started fighting. And I was little. I took on big men. I took on high schoolers and everything because they were bullying somebody disabled. I don't like bullies. I hate bullies. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. And the person in the White House right now is a big, freaking first grade bully. No education. He paid for his education. He don't know nothing. He pays people to make his decisions. And lies. Oh my God, the lies. And I can't stand a liar. I mean, I tell the truth and people swear up down I'm lying. I told my kids I bought a house and they didn't want to live there, so I sold it. I don't believe that. Really? I've got the proof, but they won't come look at the proof. No, I'm a liar. Or so my daughter says. My son might believe some things I say. But the important things I say that's truth, nah. That's swept under the rug and you're a liar. And my daughter got beaten by a gay woman in the Navy that was living at my house because she had been beaten up and I needed a babysitter because I was going to college. And I didn't beat my daughter. I never laid a hand on my kids. I mean, I did whip Jimmy pretty hard when he shot the window out where I was renting with a BB gun that he wasn't supposed to be getting because his daddy bought it for him and I didn't approve. You don't buy a BB gun for a 3-year-old. You just don't. And my nephews came over and showed him how to shoot it. And they put it back where I told him to put it. And he climbed. He's a climber. Man, he could climb like crazy. And he climbed right up there on that furniture. Got that down and shot my window out in the house, which I had to pay for. And me working 2 jobs and going to college trying to make a better living to support them. So, yeah, I spanked him. I didn't beat him in the face or anything like that. I just spanked him. And I took the BB gun and broke it. I took it outside and I broke it over a telephone pole. To this day, that boy don't own a gun. My daughter does. She goes to the range and shoots. She skeet shoots. She's got a pistol now. I don't like guns. I've been shot. It ain't fun. I never liked guns when I was little. There's too much shooting going on in my world. My mama, she had a 32 Pearl Hunter pistol. She didn't take nothing from nobody. And everybody knew, you better not mess with Celie. So the Pearl Hunter pistol got missing. There's a big to-do about that. I don't know what went down. But I know that instead of that, my nephew William brought her up a little gun because the Pearl Hunter pistol was gone. He brought her up a little gun. And somebody come up there and took it apart. I guess she was shooting too much at people up there and doing drugs, shooting up heroin and stuff up in the holler. And she got tired of it, and she was shooting at them, telling them to get off her land. They weren't supposed to be on her land doing this stuff. And so somebody came up there and took the gun apart. And I went down there, and she was sick, and we were taking turns staying with her because she didn't want to go in a nursing home. And I know why. I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to go in a nursing home either. They're mistreated, laying their own poop and everything else. So we took turns, me and Pete and Grace, basically, all the 3 of us that could take turns because I was transferred to Pizza Hut and Grundy, and they treated me like crap there. I was transferred as a shift manager, and I'm telling the manager, man, you need to fix this boiler here because it's going to burn somebody up. But you should be fixing that. He was pocketing the money they were giving him to fix stuff, not fixing it. And this girl did eventually get burned up at the Pizza Hut in Grundy, Virginia, because the manager was a poor manager and didn't get things done. See, that was broke when I was there, still broken last time I was in there. So I don't go back in them mountains too much anymore because it's too corrupt and too much drugs and too much thugs and too many killings that's covered up by the corrupt sheriff's department. There it is. Truth. I got the heck beat out of me and shipped out of town. Got arrested for somebody attacking me. You know, that's how corrupt it is. And the poor man that took the pictures of my bruises, and he was taken out. And they say this young boy shot him, and they shot that poor boy down. I know good and well that boy didn't shoot him. The people that shot him was the people that got mad because he took a picture of me being beat up, and got mad because he didn't arrest me when they sent him to arrest me. I told him, I said, go ahead and arrest me, but trust me, first call I'm going to be making is to Channel 7 on your side, and then a lawyer. So, you want to arrest me? I said, you look at me. You have no right to arrest me. I have been beaten bad. I've laid there for 3 days, and nobody came to me. Nobody, not my brother and not my sister, who lived right close to me. Go right by my house and visit Chris Hurley, and go right by my house and visit Edna Hurley, and not even stop and see if I was beat to death until my great nephew Shane, and he said he was never even there, so I don't know. Somebody came, it looked like Shane, heavyset, but it looked like Shane, and they rode in front of me to get me out of the holler when I had recuperated enough eating. I ate peanut butter sandwiches and peanut butter sandwiches and mixed with syrup, and that's all I could do. And so I ran out of that. I was out of food, out of water. We had a well, but my sister had moved in there, closed the well off, and my other sister that owns all of it now is trying to get water put to the place. I don't know if they ever did or not, but the well was probably ruined because they're fracking for gas down in there and not paying people for the gas they're fracking for. They're not. They're just rich, corrupt politicians pocketing their money. Obama sent $1.4 million down in there to build a computer center, which I thought was brilliant. Give him some work. He was trying to. And then he put his restriction on the coal mining company. Well, this idiot come in and he reversed all that crap. And, well, I don't like coal mining companies. Sorry, I don't. We have clean energy, you know, solar power, wind power. And it's cheaper, cleaner, and we could save the earth by using it. But no, they want to use the gas and the coal and destroy the earth, build big hotels that little people like me can't afford to go in. So I'm kind of fed up, you know. And the world's in trouble. The whole world, not just me. The whole freaking world's in trouble. In trouble because of tyrants and greed and the internet, letting other countries come into this country and manipulate elections. Electoral college needs to go. And Congress don't do their jobs, fire them. Get rid of them. You're not doing your job, get out. You're not getting paid the rest of your life. I'm sick of that shit too. You work all day. Do you get paid after you're not working? No, you don't. Get a teeny bit of Social Security that ain't even enough to keep you surviving. My identity was stolen. All kinds of crap went down that I didn't do. Credit cards I didn't get. Drugs I didn't get. Probably my Social Security was taken too. Some of it, because I sure don't get enough. I've worked, I'm 70, I worked since I was 16 years old. I worked before that, but I worked for food, and I worked with the school system when I was 16, because you could work then, and they 15, I think I was, when I was doing that, and I got paid a little bit, but it wasn't much, just a little tiny bit of money, which I took home and gave to Mommy. But she did let me buy a bottle of pop and a cake with it. I got that from it. You teachers out there, God, I feel sorry for you. I'm crying all over the world, trying to teach children, and there's so much disruption, and the way kids talk to teachers these days. And my grandson was telling me about it. They have so much disrespect for teachers. I had the highest respect for teachers. I do. I had the highest respect for teachers. And for them to teach this day and age, you need to be paid. What's that pay you give to people that's in risk of their life? Like, you need to get, and this idiot has given no money to the school system. None. School system should have had more money. He's kept the minimum wages down to $7 an hour. Come on. Biden wants to bring it up to $15 an hour. Of course, people are fighting that. Walmart was willing to pay it. And Best Buy, I worked for them until I found out that they had the worst workers' comp in the world. And I got hurt and they never paid me, so I don't even buy for Best Buy anymore. I don't. But they did have good benefits. They had good health insurance, and you could buy shares of the company, which of course I had to sell because I got hurt and wasn't working. Had 401k, which I had money in, which I had to take out because I wasn't working from, and they never paid me. Paid me a teeny bit of money for the first one, but the second one, they never paid me a dime. So I guess I had a lousy lawyer. So I don't buy from Best Buy ever again. I've never bought a Washington Post because they refused to print a poem for me. But yet they put the story about me getting shot in there, so I've never bought a Washington Post. To this day, I've never, ever. Since Clinton was in office, I have never bought a Washington Post, and I won't. If I walk into a store and they're not wearing masks and they're letting people in there walk around with not mask on, I walk right back out that store and I don't buy a thing. I first go up to the customer service and I inform them of why I'm not going to be buying there anymore. If I go to a restaurant, which I did last night, I went to the Electric Palm. I loved that place before the COVID hit. And they were having, a band was having, invited me actually. I've met these players at the JV restaurant and Electric Palm and such. And they invited me and said, oh, it's social distancing, masks are being worn. I walked up to that door. I had a mask on. Everybody coming in and out of that place did not have a mask on. I walked up and some of their employees had masks on. I don't even know who employees were and who wouldn't, but there was a whole group of white trumpets in there, not wearing masks, not social distancing. So I turned around and I walked out. And as I walked out, I saw a black couple. God bless them. I tried to warn them. They went in anyway. Said it's the first time they'd ever been there. I said, well, I've been here many times, but when they're not, I said, they're not wearing masks in there. I'm just telling you, you're wearing a mask, but they're not. And I said, when I walk up to a door and I look in and they're not following the protocol set by Governor Northam, it was an order to wear a mask, and businesses were supposed to be closed down if they didn't follow the protocol, but they're not. They're not being closed down. So, hey, Governor Northam, where are you at now, son? You got too much money? Why ain't you enforcing your own dab-lame order? So, guess what? I won't be going to Electric Palm anymore. But I did go to a restaurant here in Stafford. Inside the restaurant, the people were wearing masks, and they put the mask on after they ate, and they were social distancing. Right here in Stafford. I forgot the name of it. It's a Mexican restaurant. and they sell margaritas or some kind of drink. I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol, period. I drank once, and that was not good. So I don't drink at all. And I always had fun there because I'd dance, and even though I wasn't drinking, I'd have a blast, And but I walked in, and one dancer was on the floor not wearing a mask. And a whole trumpet crowd. You could tell trumpettes because they got this tag that says, "Don't tread on me," with the rattlesnake. And basically what they are, thugs hired by Trump. I saw so many of those vehicles there, I thought, I'll at least go up and look and see if they're following protocol. But they were not. So I turned around and I warned that black couple. They were wearing masks, God bless them. I said, well, if it's the first time in here, I got to warn you. They're not wearing masks. They're not following the protocol. Well, are you going back in this door? I said, heck no, I'm not going back in there. Are you serious? No, I'm not going anywhere where they're not following the protocol, because this COVID's getting out of hand. Out of hand. And it's getting out of hand because people will not wear a mask. Simple as that. I was tested for COVID. I didn't have it, but that was months after I'd been sick in January, which I might have had it. And I might have fought it off because I used Theraflu, and I was in bed for like 2-3 weeks. Sicker than a dog, vomiting, diarrhea, weak. I couldn't even hardly get to my bathroom. I was so weak. 3 days I laid in here. Not one person knocked on my door and said, Grandma, are you okay? Mom, are you okay? So my son tells me I'll be alone when I move. I'm alone. I'm alone. I've been alone. I grew up in a family of 8, and I felt alone all my life because of the bullying that went on when Mommy wasn't around. Mommy didn't allow it when she was around, but she wasn't around a lot. So, yeah, so, but, and the Russian people, I feel sorry for you, but for all you people out there, it's not hard to wear a mask, okay? It's not that hard. Get you a cloth mask. You can wear it and wash it. And you don't have to. The best ones are N95, whatever mask they say. And I got one of those, but I can't get any more. So I've worn that in too much, and it stinks because I got bad teeth. Can't afford to get them fixed. And it stinks. So I wear my cloth mask now, and I just wash it out, afterwards. Well, I've done spoke long enough and probably bored y'all to death. So I like to make people laugh. Here's the laughter of the day. The idiot in the White House pays more for sex than he does for taxes. Period. One and only, singing, dancing DJ, signing out.